Q&A with Tinystep Mommies. What's up people, this is Super Mom Mitali here, and in today's tag we're going to do a Q&A with all the moms who have asked me a lot of questions on Tinystep. What is Tinystep? Tinystep is the biggest social networking platform for all the parents where they get together and discuss a lot of queries. Basically, you ask a question and there are a lot of people who have personal experience and they answer a lot of questions. So I posted a question on Tinystep for all you mommies to ask me a lot of questions, and I'm going to answer them in today's tag. So the first question here is asked by Divya Teja from Hyderabad, and she says that she stopped breastfeeding her baby when her baby was 9 months old because she had typhoid. Now typhoid generally, the doctor asks you to take a lot of medications, and whatever you consume, your baby will have it through your breast milk, and that is why she had to stop breastfeeding her child. Now what does she do? She has all this lactogen, and now her baby is not very good with immunity. Like her baby is getting a lot of cold. So Divya Teja asks us what to do. Supermom recommends that she should continue with her lactogen, but if her doctor is okay with her breastfeeding her kid, she should start breastfeeding again, because breastfeeding is the biggest source of immunity for your kid. And if your kid is catching cold again and again, that may not be because he or she is not immune. It may be due to the fall season. Now in India, we don't have a fall season as such, but if you go outside and see, there are a lot of leaves which do fall in this season, and there are a lot of pollens and a lot of dust which gets accumulated, and because it's winters, it gets stuck. So that is why your kid may develop some kind of cold. But because your baby is only 11 months old or in the first year, let him develop cold and him or her will develop the natural immunity later, Divya. So don't you worry, and if you have any doubts, you can really contact your pediatrician, and I would advise you that not worrying and again starting breast milk will be a great idea. Now the second question is asked from Aram Abidi. Aram Abidi has twin daughters and she wants to ask a healthy diet for her 11-month-old daughters. Aram, now having twins is a really great task that you're managing them, and best of luck, keep on rocking as a mommy, like I always say. So because they're 11 months old, they've just started on khichdi and some solids. So just introducing one thing at a time is really a great idea. But because they're 11 months old, I think Rennie only had Cerelac, a little bit of semolina at this stage. And I would recommend you to add Cerelac in your diet, because this company has been around for really long, and that has a lot of nutritional value, because I observed that when Rennie was having Cerelac, she was really healthy. So one Cerelac, you can have milk, you can have semolina in her diet, and slowly keep on adding. I will do a detailed health chart on my blog, and I'll link it in the description box below, so you can refer to that as well. Jivika Rajani has also asked me a similar question, like how do I make chapati interesting for my kid? So my recommendation is I always try to build a lot of stories around food, you know. So like chapati, how was chapati invented and stuff like that. I have made up a lot of stories, and then I have told Rennie that where does potato come from, where does carrot come from, and this bird likes to eat carrot, this bird likes to eat chapatis, and I've made up all these kind of stories. That's how she is also educated about parrot and owl and kittens, and she also likes that, you know, this different kind of food stuff is associated with that, and that's how I've built up Rennie's knowledge about different kind of animals, and also developed her interest in chapati and vegetables and stuff like that. So Jivika, I would recommend you also to do that, you know. If you're not very good with stories, just look up on YouTube. You'll find a lot of different stories out there, and you can start by also giving her different kind of vegetables and a little bit of sweet stuff. Like Rennie really likes having her chapati with jam, so maybe adding something like that develops her interest, and that's how you can also tell them to have chapati and dal and rice and different kind of foodstuffs in their diet. Iram and Jivika both have asked me about potty training. Now, potty training, like weaning off from breastfeeding, is a science. How I started potty training Rennie is that I've told her that she's becoming a big girl, and big girls generally go to loo on their own. Also, potty training is also like a step-by-step procedure. So first thing is wean them off diapers. So Rennie used to be in diapers throughout the day and also at night. So I first of all stopped her diapers throughout the day. So whenever she had to go to the loo, first she just did it anywhere. If she was in the hall, in the kitchen, even while sleeping. So first I told her, start going to the loo in the mornings. So if she used to pee in the hall, I used to tell her, okay, this time is okay, but because you're a big girl, tell me the second time you want to go to the loo or you want to go for the potty. And then slowly she started listening. So once she started telling me, I want to go and pee, I used to give her some kind of reinforcements like a pat on her back, a chocolate, or that you are mom's best daughter type of a thing, and this encouraged her to go. Even my mom helped a lot. My mom told her a lot of stories as to what big girls do. If you go to a school, what might happen, and people will say shame, shame and stuff like that, and she got really embarrassed by that and started going to the loo. Then the next step is to wean the diapers at night. And that is how this is a slow step of potty training. And I think Jivika and Ram, I should also do a blog on this. So if I do that, I'll link it in the description box below. I'll also give you a lot of links to good websites which should really help and solve this problem. So the last question that I'm taking is from Kavita from Gurgaon, and she is saying that her 11-month-old daughter has a habit of sleeping with a pacifier. Now, first of all, pacifiers, we Indian moms generally don't give pacifiers. The first thing what the doctor or the gynac told me after she delivered Rennie is that don't give any kind of pacifiers in the mouth. What happens is that kids are small, so sucking is a kind of an exercise for them, and if they keep on sucking for long, their mouth will get tired, and pacifier doesn't have anything coming out from it. It's not a milk bottle, so that tires them out, also tires their gums out, and this also hinders in their teeth development. So pacifier is really not a good thing. But because your daughter has gotten used to this pacifier, again I would recommend to talk to her, encourage her, tell her different kind of stories at night instead of this pacifier. And what I did for Rennie before weaning off is I applied coffee powder. So she really rejected breastfeeding at that. So maybe you can try this out, but that will come at a later stage, So try talking to her, try telling her this is not a good thing, and kids really do understand. So I hope, moms, I've answered all your questions out there, and this video, this tag has really been useful. And again, I would thank all the mommies out there for posting all these cool questions. Do let me know how you like this tag. Do subscribe to my channel. Ask me any questions in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time, next week. Keep on rocking. Bye-bye.